I was giving a talk in a big hall at Harvard Law School. And after the talk, a student comes up to me and says, I can't cross Harvard Yard, which I believe is where the encampment was, without somebody screaming at me, Zionism is colonialism. I didn't really take him seriously. I said, okay, I hear you. Buck up, right? Israelis your age are in a war. You can handle this. And the kid looks at me and says, no, what hurts is that I don't know the answer. I got a little bit angry at this kid. Poor kid. And I said to him, you don't know the answer? Zionism is colonialism? Really? 90% of Israeli Jews are refugees. They're the grandchildren of refugees. And when they were fleeing to the land of Israel, they had nowhere else to go. Literally nowhere else to go. There were quotas on Jewish immigration in the United States, not just in the 20s, in the 30s, as Nazism takes hold in Europe, and in the 40s during the Holocaust. There was a whole debate about it. Roosevelt didn't want to ask Congress to lift those quotas, even when everybody by the spring of 1943 knew about Auschwitz, knew everything about Auschwitz. And so Jews literally had nowhere to go, not Canada or Britain or Australia or Argentina, you name it. 90% refugees with nowhere else to go is not the usual run of colonialist project. Also, the Jews of Israel have an ancient tradition of belonging. Every synagogue in 2,000 years, no matter where it is on earth, prays to Jerusalem. It is impossible to be a Jew without being connected to that land. That's not something that exists in any other colonialism, right? French churches did not pray toward Algeria when France started settling Algeria in 1830. That simply is not true of any other colonialist project. And also, we have no mother country, I said to this kid. Who sent us? We come from 60 different lands as refugees. We have nowhere to go back to. The reason the French could be terrorized out of Algeria was that there was France to go back to. Yeah, we're colonialism, except for all the actual important ways that we're a national movement, that we're not motivated by economic gain, which is generally true of colonialism, that no mother country sent us, that we have an ancient tradition of belonging, and that we're all refugees. Other than that, colonialism. The kid takes a step back, and he says to me, holy shit, I'm invincible. And what did I tell him? I told him the most basic outline of the most basic sketch of the Jewish story that produced Israel. I didn't justify anything wrong. I didn't reduce or take away any of the Palestinian experience. I just told him the most simple, basic fact. Good history inoculates us to shallow ideology.